What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your sister from another Mr. Thick Chick Blogs, but today, of course, is going to be ThickChickTv. I'm going to apologize as I did on my other video. I'm going to apologize in advance for the lighting in here, but it is super dark, super gloomy. It has been raining for the last 3 days. It is like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is like super dark. I have every single light on in this room pointing at me, trying to get as much lighting as possible. I even have the lights on my tree back here, my hibiscus tree, whatever the hell the name of this tree is behind me, trying to get some more lighting up and through this piece, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this video. I do promise that this will not be a long video, simply because girl, I need to get back to work. I got, y'all, I've been so flipping busy with work and all this stuff, plus I have a blog that I'm starting. I have a whole lot of stuff that I'm doing, so it's hard for me to actually sit down and find time to record videos. But of course, this is something that I started out doing, and I'm going to continue to do it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of exactly what we're going to be discussing today. You can kind of see it on this board back here, but we're going to go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of it. Now, this first little situation right here up there, I don't even want to say the name of that stuff, because you already know my little situation over up and through, around up and through this piece. But this thing that these kids are doing on the internet called the Blop Blop Challenge. What I am going to need people to do is quit being followers. It's the same thing with this Pass Out Challenge. You had the Fire Challenge. You had the Cinnamon Challenge. You had the dangerous challenges. I'm not talking about the challenges where people were just pouring water on themselves. I'm not talking about that type of stuff. But even the challenge where they had, I don't know if you guys heard about this, where they had the challenge where you had to get in the bathtub and you have to put all this ice on yourself. They just didn't know that was just as dangerous, especially when a lot of them were getting in this tub full of ice and then getting directly out of there and getting into a hot tub. Don't you know that your body can go into complete shock and you can die from that? Like I said, people are such followers on the internet to where they will do anything for a few hits or to get the next viral video or whatever. But this whole challenge is going to be in the title of this video. That these people are doing is inviting unwanted things into their homes. Now, a lot of people may not believe in this, but there's also, you got the Ouija boards and all this stuff, that this stuff is proven to be dangerous. All you have to do is Google it. You can find, Google this stuff and find it on your own. You don't have to believe in it. Try it. I promise you, try it and you will see that this stuff is not for joke. This stuff is not for show. It is real. Okay, I'm not saying this challenge thing is real. I'm just saying the concept behind the challenge is something that is very real. And even if I didn't think that it was real, I ain't no way in Sam hell I will be sitting there doing this, to trying to find out if it's real. You got a lot of people that are doing it. And like I said, all it's doing is inviting unwanted things into your home. So parents, sit your children down and have this conversation with them and let them know, don't be doing that shit up in my piece, okay? Don't do that shit up in my house, because that shit opens up portals and stuff that you do not want opened. Let me just say that right here right now. But I've been seeing that shit all over my Facebook page, all over here on YouTube. All these big time YouTubers are, well, I saw a couple of big time YouTubers that, did this whole challenge. Girl, look, I'm not fooling around with that shit. They're just like the Kylie Jenner challenge that people were doing. Girl, look, y'all need to chill out with that shit. A lot of people putting that damn bottle on their lips. And the thing is, girl, with the glass thing, a lot of that shit was shattering. One man, girl, stop following all these damn challenges. Okay? Y'all gonna get enough of that shit down. But those of you who doing this shit, participating in this shit, you're gonna find out the hard way. Let me say that right here, right now. But let's move on swiftly, especially out of this situation, because girl, I'm getting chills just talking about this shit, okay? The next thing that we're going to talk about is Chris Brown and Tyson Beckford, y'all. So, if you guys don't know, Tyson Beckford posted a selfie of him and Chris Brown's ex Boo Thang, karaoke Tran, whatever her name is, Coochie, Crackerjack. Let me call that girl her real name, Karrueche, okay? Posted a selfie of him and Karrueche, and let me read you exactly what he said. He said, Saturday with Karrueche, hashtag Vegas, hashtag Palms, hashtag Malaysian. That's what he wrote. And Chris Brown, I guess, my thing is this, Chris Brown needs to get over the fact that he fucked up. You went and got you a baby on, Crackerjack, and she decided that she wanted to move on swiftly and professionally, okay? And the thing is, she took you back not once, twice. How many times did she take this nigga back? A gazillion times after he done got on the you know, Instagram and Twitter and shit, calling all kind of thotties, talking about she was fucking Drake. Chris Brown, you need to understand or get it through your thick ass skull that you fucked up, okay? You fucked up miserably, and I'm pretty sure that this woman ain't no way in the hell, me personally, I can't say what she won't do, because I mean, money talks, bullshit walks, you know what I'm saying? I can't say what she won't do, but ain't no way in the hell you will sit there and fuck another woman. Not only did you fuck another woman, but get a baby by another woman, and I take you back. I mean, that I already looked like a fool taking you back a gazillion times before, a gazillion times over. But I sure no look like a damn fool taking you back after you didn't win and fucked another broad and got a baby by you. So move on. But anyway, this is what he decided to threaten, okay, Tyson Beckford. When Tyson posted that photo, he said, Memorial Day weekend, aka the niggas will be out. We just came to party though, unless a nigga wanna try us, and that includes you model niggas. Cough, cough. Hashtag Tyson Beckford. We see everything, little nigga. Hashtag don't play yourself. Hashtag Cedar Blocker. Hashtag Fruittown Peru. Hashtag OHB. I guess talking about the Bloods or whatever, but basically threatening Tyson Beckford with the fact that he gonna send the Bloods to whoop Tyson Beckford's ass for posting a motherfucking selfie, my nigga. I guess he figured, my thing is this. What Chris Brown trying to do, he trying to punk dudes out of talking to Karrueche Tran. My thing is this, you can't sit there, you got a lot of dudes that do this type of shit, okay? They fuck up. They do some fucked up shit, and you end up, you know, deciding that you want to, you know, nigga, we need to, this is over with, okay? I'm finna move on to something better. So once you decide that you done got your motherfucking head right enough to the point where you want to move on swiftly and professionally, this motherfucker decides that he want to threaten every nigga you get with. Oh, hell to the no. So you feel like you can have your motherfucking cake and eat it too. So you feel like you can go out there and fuck every Tom, Dick, and Betty, and you feel like you can sit there and dictate who I take motherfucking selfies with, and you threatening them with violence. So Tyson Beckford came back with a response, not actually directed to them, but we know who the fuck he was directing to that. He took a video clip of him at a shooting range with a motherfucking AK, whatever kind of gun it was, hitting a fucking target. Okay, letting them niggas know, fuck with it. Bring your motherfucking ass around here thinking just because I'm a model nigga that I'm soft, okay? Bring your ass around here thinking just because I'm a model nigga that I'm soft, you gonna come around here, you gonna try to punk me. So Tyson Beckford let him know, nigga, I got some guns and some goons too. So Chris Brown need to sit his motherfucking ass down. Of course, we probably know he gonna come back with a goddamn apology or some shit like he always do. But Chris Brown gets on my motherfucking nerves. He really does. But Tyson Beckford, do your thing. If you want some of that blazing coochie, get you some of that blazing coochie. Ain't shit Chris Brown can do about that, okay? If you want some of that blazing coochie, get you some of that blazing coochie. If you ain't already had you some of that blazing coochie, you feel me? Shout out to Tyson Beckford. Matter of fact, he got a video. Girl, he got a video that I saw on Facebook of him talking about people always want to see him naked. Girl, he had just got out of the shower. He was glistening and shit. You can see his ass all up in the mirror, girl. I'm talking about this fine as motherfucking wine around this piece, girl. So yeah, like I said, Tyson Beckford, if you want you some of that blazing coochie, get you some of that blazing coochie. Don't let Chris Brown little punk ass try to punk. You better tell him he better go on back and see about that damn stalker who was laying up in his bed eating his food and shit in his fridge there. Okay, that's what you need to tell him he need to be doing. So let's move on off of this motherfucking situation right here, girl. The fuck? Okay, the next thing that we are going to talk about is the Maryland mom who was pushing her dead son on the park swing. Now this is something, y'all, that shit, when I first read the story, I had to look at it again. I'm like, what? I mean, it didn't make no sense to me. So apparently there was a mother who was seen outside. What it was, this is how it all transpired. They said somebody had saw her out there pushing this, you know, the little boy on the swing all night long, and she was out there into the next day. So, of course, they called the police to, you know, to go and do a welfare check to see what was going on. I mean, literally all day and all night, she was pushing this child on the swing. So the police went out there to do a welfare check, and they said they could clearly see that the little boy wasn't breathing. So they went to take him off the swing to do, you know, CPR on him. But they said as soon as they touched the boy, it was clear that he was dead. And he had been dead for a while. And a lot of people were saying, what the hell could have been going through her mind? in order for her to be doing it. They said apparently the boy had been dead for a while and she was pushing him on the swing. But let me read you a little bit about what the story says. It says, an autopsy has been completed on the 3-year-old boy found Friday in La Planta, Maryland, but the cause of death remains under investigation. The 24-year-old mother, whom a relative identified as Romisha Sims, was taken to a hospital Friday. So basically, this young lady, they said let me give you a little bit of an update on the story, because that's pretty much the only thing that we knew initially, that this young lady was found out in the park pushing her dead child in the swing. But after the investigation and everything, her grandmother came forth, because a lot of people were saying she must have killed this child. She wasn't that crazy to the point where she was pushing this child in the swing all night. A lot of people were saying that it's some type of foul play going on. But the police said that it doesn't appear to be foul play. It appears that the child died. I don't know how the child just randomly died, but they said it doesn't appear to be foul play. But the grandmother, which is the Ramisha's mother, came out and said there's no way her child would harm, her grandson or anything like that. That people that are saying that are just mean people. Her daughter would never cause harm to her child. She said she thinks that her mental state something happened to the child, and her mental state was so jacked up to the point where she couldn't call for help because of her mental state or whatever. But what really struck me is that it also came out that Ramisha and her 3-year-old son were homeless, living on the streets. At least that's what I read in some of the reports. And like I said, it's just a crazy story, because my thing is this: there's no way my child has a mental illness. Okay, I don't know the specifics of the family situation or anything like that, but if the grandmother was in a house, okay, so I don't know the specifics of the situation, but there's no way on in hell that my child, 24-year-old child who has a mental illness, would be homeless on the streets with my 3-year-old grandson. And I know that she has some type of mental situation. I mean, my child, I don't care if she's 24 with a 3-year-old son, she wouldn't be homeless in him, not as long as I got a roof, okay? If I got a roof, you got a roof in that situation. That's why I say the story, of course, they haven't done the toxicology test or anything like that to see if the child was poisoned or anything like that. But something just seems a little off to me about this story. I really do hope that, the mother just was in some state of shock and she didn't actually do something to this child. That's the last thing that I want to think. But it just something seems a little bit off about this story, especially the fact that the grandmother comes forth and she's in a house and she says that her 24-year-old mentally unstable daughter and her 3-year-old grandson were homeless. Why? When you have a home, something just don't seem right in the water about that situation. But say a prayer for this family, because that like I said, that has to be something super tragic. She had to really be going through some serious stuff to be pushing her child in the swing dead all night long, and I know she just had to be going through a state of shock or something like that. So let's say a prayer for the Sims family, because that, like I said, that had to be a horrible thing for a mom to go through, for her child to die and her to be in such a traumatic shock to where she's just pushing the child in the swing all night long. So like I said, say a prayer for the Sims family. But I'm definitely going to be following this story, because I really am interested in seeing what comes forth with this whole situation, because something more had to have been going on with that situation. I really just want to know exactly why the mother was homeless and the grandmother had a home, and knowing that her child and her 3-year-old grandson were out there homeless. That's something that really, makes me feel some type of way. So now let's move on to the Houston floods. If you guys do not know, Houston is going through it right now, girls. Houston is going through a whole lot of foolishness right now, girl, when it comes to these floods, y'all. It's some serious stuff going on up there in Houston. And I can feel their pain, because we went through it, about a month ago, where a lot of places over here had flooded. We couldn't leave the house. I'm talking about every other road that you went down was flooded. So they tell you, don't leave your house, because you never know, you might get out somewhere thinking that you, you know, you cool, and you get out there and you try to head down the road and it's flooded. And you know the saying, turn around, don't drown. You got a lot of people that were trying to drive through this stuff and their cars just drifting on, you know, they cars totaled, all this stuff, especially when it's a state of emergency. If you don't know, if if the governor declares a state of emergency and you go out into a dangerous situation and something happens to your car, your insurance company will not pay for it. For those of you that do not know that. But a lot of these people were leaving work because apparently this stuff happened, you know, just out of the blue. And one story that really broke my heart was this family who was in their vacation home up there when the flood came, and it literally took the house and just took it down the river. And they actually found, it was a husband, a wife, and 2 children. They found the husband, I want to say like 12 miles down the river, and they still haven't found the wife and the 2 children. They said, her sister said that she called her on the phone and said, I'm in the house, it's floating down the river, tell mom and dad I love them. And she said that's the last that she heard of them. And it's been, I think, 2 days or something like that since they've seen them or heard from them. And I, you know, like I said, I'm prayerful because you never know. Anything can happen. These people can still be alive. They can be floating on a piece of debris or anything. That doesn't mean that they're dead just because it's been 2 days. So let's keep those people in our prayers. But that has to be a horrible situation, especially having your sister call you and say, we in a house floating down the river, tell mom and dad I love them. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some, that got to be a hard pill to swallow for those to be the last words that you hear from your sister, not knowing where her and your niece and nephew are. That has to be some seriously some hard stuff, hard pill to swallow. So let's say a prayer for them. But it's a lot of stuff going on down there in Houston. People are stranded. They say it's 13 people who are missing. You know, and of course that number is rising as people are steadily reporting people missing. But let's say a prayer for them, because they said the river rose between 12 and 14 feet in 30 minutes. Girl, can you imagine that? Between 12 and 14 feet in 30 minutes. That's a whole lot of water rising right there, girl. So like I said, let's say a prayer for those people down there in Houston. If you're in Houston, leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know how y'all doing up there, because I haven't heard any updates. That's the last update I heard, that there were like 13 people missing. But I'm pretty sure if anybody is in Houston, excuse me, you guys can leave a comment down there in the comment section below. The next thing that we are going to discuss is let's see, I have, y'all see my little board I got back here, girl. Yeah, girl, I got my little board going on back there, girl. But also I want to talk about the Love and Hip Hop situation. For those of you, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna go on a commercial break, because y'all know how my camera situation is right here, girl. So of course I gotta go on a commercial break so we can you know, run some commercials, girl. Run some goddamn commercials. We are back. I actually need to wrap this up really quick because y'all, it's starting to storm. I don't know if y'all can hear that thunder, but hopefully it don't start lightning out there. But before my power cut off, because girl, we ain't even finna discuss that. But now to move on to the Love and Hip Hop situation. You guys wanted me to talk about Yandy and how you pronounce his name, Mendeces. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but I never even watched Love and Hip Hop. I don't know if they were on Love and Hip Hop New York, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I don't know. The only Love and Hip Hop that I've ever watched is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I just could never get into the other Love and Hip Hops. I couldn't, but I just found her picture. She looked very beautiful in her wedding pictures, but I don't even know who these people are, for real. So I don't even have much of an opinion on it. I mean, she looked pretty in her photos and he's handsome. I mean, that's really all that I have to say on that situation. Somebody also wanted me to discuss the Candy and Todd ski trip. Girl, look, of course these folks do anything to get a television show, because, well, I'm not going to say they do anything to get a television show, but of course VH1 wants them to have or is it Bravo? I don't even know what channel they on, girl. But of course they know that people are going to watch, because Mama Joyce on there, Todd on there, and they know that they don't get along, and they know people thrive off of foolishness and drama and all that stuff, and they definitely wanted to give them their own television show, ski trip. Girl, for real though? I mean, I don't even give a fuck about these people's life like that in order for me to be watching no damn ski trip stuff and nothing like that. Now, A bitch can't wait until The Walking Dead comes back on, and I might be doing reviews of Big Brother. Now that's my shit. If y'all want me to talk about some Big Brother and some I don't know if I can do that Walking Dead shit no more, girl, because they be motherfucking tripping around this piece with the Walking Dead stuff. But if we want to talk about some Big Brother, if we want to talk about some Empire, we can do that type of stuff, right? I can do those types of reviews. But I really don't have much to say on this Yandin Mendices and however the hell you pronounce his name, and I don't know nothing about this Todd and Candace ski trip. I haven't even watched the episode of it. I haven't watched Real Housewives of Atlanta and I don't know how long. I just can't get into that shit anymore. But what I did want to touch on before I end this video is I listen to the Ricky Smiley morning show every single morning. And this one, of course, Gary with the T, he always has something that he wants to cause a little bit of controversy on, because of course that's what makes the show. When it's a little bit of controversy going on, that's what makes the show. But he said he feels like if a woman ends up getting pregnant, for example, we're going to use Chris Brown, and matter of fact, I think that is the reference that they use. We're going to use Chris Brown and his baby mama, for example. She said that he was originally giving her $2,500 in the beginning for child support before she outed his ass, I guess, or before they were outed. He was giving her $2,500 in child support, but I guess now since he's come forth, you know, she said he hasn't been giving her the $2,500 anymore, because he said he's been taking care of the child for the last 2 months without giving her the money. He's been, you know, taking the child to, you know, his events and all this type of stuff as his date, and he keeps the child whenever he keeps the child. But he says he's doing what he needs to do for the child without paying her, I guess, the $2,500 and more. I guess the $2,500 was her hush money, I guess. But of course now she wants that $2,500 again. And Gary was saying that he feels like if a man is rich, then he feels like the woman shouldn't have to work as long as she has a baby by that man. And what Ricky Smiley was saying, and I totally get, Ricky Smiley was saying, if I'm married to her, that's something completely different. He said, I'm a millionaire and my wife want to stay home with the children. He said, I don't see anything wrong with that. But he said, we talking about a baby mama. He said, now, if I'm taking care of my responsibility to my child, he said, my responsibility is to my child, not to his mother. And that's where a lot of people get things confused. They think that just because they have a baby by someone, that means that person has to take care of them too. No, boo-boo. That's just like with the whole situation we talked about on my blog channel. If you get a baby by a dude, okay, you baby mama, okay, and he's taking care of his children, you calling him talking about my life's gonna get cut off, I ain't got no money to pay the rent, etc., etc. If you're doing that shit excessively, I'm not talking about every now and then, because everybody need a little bit of help every now and then, but if you're doing that shit excessively to the point where you calling every other month talking about you need help with your rent, you need money to pay on the car, you need money to pay on your expenses, when you got another nigga laying up in there with you too, girl, no, boo-boo. What you gonna need to do is let me get the kids until you can get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? You can come get them whenever you want to, but you're gonna need to give them to me until you can be able to afford to pay your goddamn rent and light bill without having to call my mind every other month talking about you need some rent money. I'm gonna need you to get on the good foot. If the shoe fit wet, motherfucker, you might be a little offended, but if you offended, it pertains to your ass. Okay? Like I said, I want to reiterate. I'm not talking about if every now and then you need a little bit of help, okay, cool. But if you come calling somebody every other month talking about you need some rent money, boo, we gonna need the kids until you can get your shit together, okay? Because a lot of people use kids as a paycheck, okay? Not saying that they don't care for the kids, but a lot of people think that just because they have children by a dude, they feel like they can pussyfoot around taking care of their responsibility. Just as much as the kids are my responsibility as a man, if I was, you know, baby dad, they just as much your responsibility as well, boo-boo. Okay? I'm gonna need people to understand that situation right up and through that piece. And I stands in that shit. That shit will not change. That shit still remains the same. Because I got a lot of people still over there on that video that leave comments talking about, but it's his responsibility to make sure his children taken care of. Yep. It sure is. It sure is his responsibility to make sure his children taken care of, but not your ass, okay? Not your ass. Somebody left a comment over there, and I thought that shit was brilliant. They said, bitch, what we gonna need to do, we gonna need the kids, and you gonna need to carry your ass somewhere and light a candle until you can get your shit together, okay? And when you get done lighting your candle, when your candle done burnt out, when you realize that I'm not your motherfucking meal ticket, I'm taking care of my kids, until you realize that, while you walking around here with your Michael Kors, this your Michael Kors daddy, you feel like you can call baby daddy anytime you want to and get a little bit of extra money. No, ma'am, you can't. Because somebody even got mad at me, y'all. Some girl went completely to the left on my ass, okay? That girl told me, who are you to say that a man shouldn't buy his baby mama a car? I said, boo. Your man can do whatever he please. What I'm saying is my dude ain't finna be buying baby mama no damn car. Now, if he rich or some shit like that, and he decided he wanna, help baby mama out and get her a car, cool. Or matter of fact, you get me the new car, okay, and you give her my bucket. That's what the fuck you do. It work. Okay, who the fuck? My thing is this, that, boo, as long as you got a working vehicle, boo, why should he buy you a new car? Not only that, you even got some of them chicks that was over there saying that it's his responsibility to fix their car if their car break down, because I gotta take the kids to where they need to go. It ain't baby daddy responsibility to fix your damn car. That's why I said, you give baby daddy the kid. Now, unless baby daddy ain't in a position where he can get the kids, and if he want to help you, that's different. But if baby daddy in a position where he can get the kids, and if you want the kids until you can get your shit together, then guess what you need to be doing? You need to be handing over the kids to baby daddy until you can goddamn get your shit together. Period, point blank, exclamation point. We gonna leave that shit right there and do it good before these goddamn license shit cut off so I can upload this damn video, girl. But go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. For more of these dig this videos and shit, girl, go ahead on over, check out my daily vlog channel. That link and everything will be down in the description box below. Also, be sure to head over to Facebook and add me on Facebook. My name over there is ThickChickVlogs. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. ThickChickVlogs is the name for all of those as well. I also have a thrifting channel, Thrifting Thick Chick, for those of you who don't know, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys know about my thrifting channel as well. Girl, I have a thrifting addiction, just in case you did not know. But yeah, we're going to move on swiftly and professionally. I need to get off of this piece right now. So talk to y'all later. Bye.